10 interesting facts about cats that you didn't even know about. Fact number 1. Perhaps everyone has heard that cats can heal by simply snuggling up to a person's sore spot. And, oddly enough, this is not the speculation of avid cat lovers, but quite a scientific fact. Feline therapy, cat treatment, is based on several factors at once. The body temperature of this animal is several degrees higher than human, which provides a mild warming and anti-inflammatory effect when in contact with a diseased part of the body. The purring of a cat creates vibrations at a frequency of 16 to 44 Hz, which allows you to activate the protective functions of the human body and increase immunity. The cat makes a purring sound with its mouth and nose, and the vibration spreads throughout its body. The special bioenergetics of a small affectionate, fluffy creature can simply calm down, improve mood, relieve stress and depression. Fact number 2. In absolute darkness, a cat, contrary to popular belief, cannot see. Yes. These pets have excellent eyesight, they are nocturnal predators by nature. Therefore, in low-light conditions, they still see much better than a person due to the greatly increased number of photoreceptors rods in the eye and a special reflective layer to tapetum. As a result, at dusk, the cat's vision is 7 times sharper than ours. Interestingly, in ordinary and bright light, on the contrary, human vision will give a head start to the feline, especially if it concerns stationary objects that are not perceived by cats as well as moving ones. And, unlike humans, cats have a slightly larger viewing angle, 200 degrees instead of 180 degrees, but they perceive the color difference much less and have difficulty refocusing from close objects to distant ones and back. Fact number 3. Cat meowing is not a conversation at all. Cats, in addition to body language and gaze, communicate with their fellow tribesmen with a number of other sounds: purring, rumbling, grumbling, squeaking, snorting, howling, hissing, and even whistling and chirping. Moreover, cats pronounce each of these sounds with dozens of intonations. Dogs, for example, have an order of magnitude less of those, giving them, respectively, a different meaning. A short, loud and sonorous meow with an increasing, interrogative intonation is used by adult cats only when they are in pain and in addressing kittens when they are trying to attract their attention. Well, with a person with the same goal, they say, "What do you need?" Or "Look at me and do this and that." Fact number 4. The movement when a contented and peaceful cat crushes your side with its front paws or just a soft blanket, releasing and retracting its claws, has a completely scientific name: milk step. This term arose due to the fact that the animal imitates its infant behavior in this way. It is with this movement that kittens stimulate the release of milk from the mother's nipples during feeding. In adulthood, the milk step indicates that your pet is currently feeling extremely satisfied and protected. Fact number 5. If your cat regularly brings you prey, and both dead birds and mice, and strange objects like large flowers or mittens can act as it, and you are only touched, you are doing the right thing. Firstly, it means that your animal is healthy and active, has not lost its hunting instinct. Secondly, it means that the pet is you. Not that he loves me very much, but at least he feels sorry for such a stupid, unable to hunt on his own. The fact is that in nature, adults instinctively bring killed or strangled prey only to cubs so that they slowly master hunting skills, or to sick tribesmen. Choose who you look more like in the eyes of your cat. Fact number 6. Surely any cat owner has faced a situation when a pet insistently demands to open all the doors in an apartment or house. And this absolutely does not mean that he wants to enter there. In most cases, the fuzzy is quite satisfied with the very fact of opening, without even bothering to look into the seemingly cherished next room with one eye. The whole point is again in the predatory nature of cats. They don't need the next room at all, and they demand to open the door to it in order to fully control their own territory. Yes, if you don't know yet, your apartment belongs to your cat, and certainly not to you. All sorts of dangers and unknowns can lurk behind a closed door, and with its opening there is a great opportunity to look there, if you suddenly want to find out everything or even escape. Fact number 7. If you think that your cat is specially waiting for 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning to start cheerfully stomping, rushing around the house, visiting the toilet tray with a bang, or arranging a loud audit of all shelves and lockers, you are mistaken. She does not seek to disrupt your sweetest morning sleep at all. The fact is that cats sleep for about 2/3 of their lives, that is, 12 to 16 hours a day. Moreover, the day is in the yard or the night, at home it is not very important for them. They sleep fitfully, for several minutes or hours at a time, literally as they want. Therefore, morning promenades around the apartment, they are just like that. Moreover, if the household is simply not at home during the daylight hours, and the pet is all alone, he will try to kill for sleep during the daytime in order to stay alone less, and by your arrival he will already be awake and full of energy. Rejoice, the whole evening and night are ahead. Fact number 8. The whiskers of a cat are not whiskers at all, but special tactile hairs Fabergé. They are located not only at the end of the muzzle, but also above the eyes and under the chin. And their analogues, smaller hairs that perform the same function on the animal's body, are also on the tail, on the inside and back of the limbs, on the pads of the paws, on the tips of the ears, and in the ears themselves. Fabergé are Koshkin's navigation system in space. With their help she orients herself in the surrounding world. It is a well-known fact that in cats with visual impairment, these hairs are much longer and thicker than those in healthy animals. Nature seems to compensate for the lack of one sense organ by the superiority of another. Fact number 9. If you think that absolutely all cats go crazy from valerian, you are mistaken. Some animals completely ignore its smell, while others find it very unpleasant. And not for nothing, by the way, the use of the root of the valerian plant, cat grass, from which the medicine is produced, can cause a real poisoning in a pet. But still, most domestic flies and their large wild relatives really react to this drug very violently, sometimes even aggressively. And all because the source plant contains the substance actinidine, the smell of which is almost similar to one of the pheromone components contained in the urine of cats. As a result of which the stimulating effect of valerian changes the hormonal and emotional background of the animal. In a similar way, but because of another component, nepentolactone, the extract of catnip, also acts on representatives of the feline family. Fact number 10. In the USA, animals who have performed heroic deeds for the benefit of people or other animals are awarded the Scarlet Award for animal heroism. And it is named after the homeless Brooklyn cat, Scarlet, who in the spring of 1996, during a big fire, being already badly burned and almost blind herself, returned several times to the burning building to take out all her kittens and, having pulled them all out, lost consciousness. The heroic mother cat and her brood were rescued by local firefighters, taking them to a veterinary clinic. And the story itself attracted extensive media attention not only in America, but also abroad. Later, Scarlet was awarded for bravery by the British Royal Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals, and she and her kittens found loving owners in the blink of an eye. Cats are wonderful pets, capable of loving their owner and household no less than dogs. Maybe they just show it not so violently and emotionally. But they are undoubtedly capable of becoming attached to a person and responding with kindness and affection to a respectful attitude towards themselves, and how else? And how do you feel about cats?